Hello everybody, welcome to the next game of the 1969 National League Pennant Chase replay. Don't adjust your sets. We are at San Diego Stadium. This is the one and only game that the San Diego Padres will appear in this replay. And they're going to be playing the Cincinnati Reds. We'll look at the updated standings and the schedule. You can see right here on the 17th, which is where we're at, Cincinnati against San Diego. Jack Fisher for the Reds against Joe Niekro for the Padres. And as we look at the standings, the Cubs lead the Mets by half a game, but the Mets do lead in the loss column. Mets have some doubleheaders coming up, so they'll make up these games and see if they can't catch the Cubs. Giants have opened up a 2.5 game lead on the Reds, so it's a very important game for the Reds to win this. And then the Dodgers 3.5 back, Atlanta fading fast at 5.5 back. The next game on the schedule for tomorrow's on the replay at September 18th will be the other Niekro, Phil Niekro, for Atlanta against Don Sutton of the Dodgers. So printed off a brand new ticker. So as we see here on the 17th, we got Cincinnati playing San Diego. The Mets are playing Montreal. Atlanta's playing LA again, but I just did Atlanta, so I kind of don't want to do two teams in a row if I can avoid it. Pittsburgh, St. Louis, neither one of them are in the race. Houston, San Fran, but again, we just played San Fran. So that's why I chose this game here. I figured we've seen Philadelphia, we've seen Montreal. The only team that has not been shown in the replay is San Diego. So it gives me a chance to pull out the Padres and use them, see how they do. Probably will be ugly. We shall see. As I look at the score sheet from today's game, the real game, Cincinnati won it 10-5, pounding out 20 hits against the Padres. So San Diego will try to do a little bit better than that, I would think. We shall see. So let's look at the starting lineups. Pete Rose leads off for the Reds, followed by Tolan, Johnson, Perez, Bench, May, Helms, Woodward, and Fisher. It's a pretty standard lineup. For the Padres, you may not be familiar with many of their players. A few of the names are kind of well known. Jose Arcia at second, Roberto Pena at short, downtown Ollie Brown's in right, Nate Colbert's at first, Van Kelly's at third, Jerry Morales is in left, Cito Gaston went on to manage the Blue Jays to a couple of World Series. He's in center. Chris Cannizzaro is catching, and the knuckleballer Joe Niekro is on the mound. So Joe Niekro finishing up his warm-up tosses. He on the '69 season, and this was an expansion year for the Padres. He was 8-18 with a 3.71 ERA, so the record's not so good, but that's because the Padres were bad. But 3.71 is not all that terrible, so it's not a given that the Reds are going to win this game. I mean, they should, but that's why you roll the games. I mean, plain and simple. So let's get everything in place. I think everything is lining up now to be okay. Score sheet looks good. Everything looks like it's in view. All right, we're ready to go. This again was played September the 17th, and again, after the game is over, we'll be doing the ticker to see what happens in the rest of the National League on this date. All right, Pete Rose is going to lead off against Joe Niekro. 5-5. That's a single if he's tired, but he's not tired. Look at all the blanks on Niekro's card. When the pitcher has blanks, that's usually good for the pitcher because the batter usually gets themselves out majority of the time. So since it's a blank, we go to Pete Rose. 2-1. He's going to line it to short. So Pete Rose hit it hard, but right at the shortstop. And Pena makes the play. 1 down for Bobby Tolan. 6-3. It's another blank. We go to Tolan's card. 1-2. And against a right-hander, that's a ground ball to third. Kind of a reverse split. Against lefty, it had been a single, but against a right-hander, he grounds it to third. For out number 2 as Van Kelly makes the play. That'll bring up Alex Johnson, the left fielder. Niekro 6-6 strikeout chance. That's an 8, but the stadium moot takes 1 away, so his 8 strikeout turns to a 7, so that's out of range now. Go to Johnson 5-5. Again, another split. This is again another reverse split against a left. Not a reverse split, a standard split. I'm sorry. Against a lefty, he would double to center, but against a right-hander, since he's right-handed, he flies to center. So Johnson out of there. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Joe Niekro. And with the Reds having Jack Fisher on the mound, the Padres might be able to get some runs. Jack Fisher not all that efficient, 4-4 with a 5.50 ERA and 1 save. Started 25 games, relieved in 7. I'm sorry, relieved in 19. Started 15, relieved in 19. My bad. It's the parentheses give you the starts and the relief appearances. The other numbers are the fatigue factor. So he started 15, relieved in 19. He can face 25 batters as a starter, though, so he does have pretty good length as far as a starting pitcher goes. So we'll see how far he can handle it. Here's Jose Arcia. He had a robust 215 on the 69 season. Fisher 1-5. That's a range play. We go to Arcia's card for the range play. 5-2. That is a ground ball to short. Woody Woodward is a 3. Can he get to it? He can. Woodward makes the play. 1 down. That'll send up Roberto Pena, the shortstop. He hit 250 on the season. 1-3. It's a strikeout chance, but 20 is way too much for that. Pena 1-4. Grounds to third. Tony Perez makes the play. Throws to Lee May. 2 down. For downtown Ollie Brown. Right fielder hit 264 with 20 dingers. Fisher 4-1. Would have been a home run chance against a lefty, but against a righty, it's a strikeout chance. He's a 3. He is gone. So definitely a big split opportunity there that Fisher took advantage of. And the Padres go down in order as well. So first inning in the books, no score. Go to the second, and Tony Perez will lead things off. And I think I'm going to settle in here for the second inning. Niekro to Perez. 1-3 is the ballpark card. We're going to San Diego Stadium. Not called Jack Murphy yet. They just started out at San Diego Stadium, went to Jack Murphy Stadium later. 1-6, it's a star 1, which is a ground ball to second. 1 down. Perez is out of there. Brings up Johnny Bench. Niekro 4-6. That's a home run question mark. 1-10. That passes. Bench is a 16. 1-16. It's gone. That's a 5. It's out of here. Johnny Bench. Home run for Johnny Bench. The Reds lead it 1-0 on the Bench homer. He had 26 on the season, and he deposits that one. No problem. 1 away. That Niekro knuckler did not knuckle quite enough. Brings up Lee May. Speaking of home runs, he had 38 on the season. 4-4. That's a strikeout chance, so Niekro comes back and strikes out Lee May for out number 2, and that's going to send us to the second baseman, Tommy Helms. 4-2, blank. We go to Helms's card. Whoops, the D20 did not go through. So I'm going to re-roll the whole thing because it just knocked the red one over. So let's re-roll the whole thing. 3-1. 3-1 is a ground ball to second. That's going to end the inning. So nothing doing there, but they do get the run on the home run from Johnny Bench. We go to the bottom of the second. It's Reds 1 and Padres nothing. And Nate Colbert. 24 home runs for Nate Colbert on the 69 season. He's facing Fisher, 1-6, strikeout chance, 13. Will not get him. He's a 13, but the stadium subtracts 1. So Colbert gets the swing. 4-4, and against a right-hander, he will double to right field. So Nate Colbert with a big double to start off the bottom of the second. And we will do Strat because there's a chance of a pickoff if we roll a 20. But there's no 20, so here's Van Kelly. Fisher, 1-3, strikeout chance. That's a 9, too high. Van Kelly gets the swing. 1-6, going to pop it up to second base. 1 down as Helms puts it away for Jerry Morales. He had a few good years with the Cubs later in the 70s. And I think he played for the Cardinals as well. Nothing on the Strat roll. Fisher, 4-5, and that's a strikeout chance. 8 will get him. Struck him out number 2. It's up to Cito Gaston. He only hit 230 on the season. Just 2 home runs. Nothing there. Fisher, 4-1. Again, that's a home run / strikeout split. Facing a righty, that's a strikeout. That's a 5. He gets him. Inning's over. So that's going to do it for the Padres. Leadoff double by Colbert goes to waste. We go to the third. Still 1-0 Cincinnati. And Woody Woodward, shortstop, will step up, followed by Fisher, the pitcher. Niekro, 2-3, range play. We go to Woodward's card. 4-6, that's a single to center, but it's the range check of the center fielder. Cito Gaston, he's a 2. Cannot get it. It's going to be a stay a base hit. Single to center field for Woodward. And let's see, he has 1 attempt rating, so we'll see if anything's happening. It is not. That will send us to the pitcher, Jack Fisher. Not the best bunter in the world, but I think prudence says whether it is or isn't, you try to bunt anyway. First of all, Niekro will pitch. 2-3 is a range play, so there is no, well, it's a range play on the bunt actually, so good chance that they might not field this bunt. He's a 2, becomes a 1 because of the bunt. That's a 7, and that's a good bunt. That is a 6, which means it goes to the in front of the plate to the catcher. Now Canizero is a range of 3. Can he get to this? He does not. So that's going to be a bunt single because of the failed range play. So it will go as a bunt single. Put runners at first and second. I believe that's how it was should have been played, because we did have a range check on the pitch to begin with. So I checked the range of Canizero. He failed to make the range on the sacrifice. So the way I'm counting it, Fisher beats it out for a hit. So now that brings up Pete Rose, first and second. Nobody out. Strat roll, nothing happening. 6-4, that's a strikeout chance. 17 is way too high for Pete. 5-5, star 5, fly to left field, 1 away. So 1 down for Bobby Tolan. Nothing on the strategy roll. Niekro 4-1, possible error if there's a throw required. Nolan 1-2, ground ball to third. There will be a throw required, so there's a couple things to check. With runners on first and second, the first item of business is to roll a D6 and find out where at third this ball was hit. Was it toward the line or in the hole? So we roll for that. We get a 6, which means it's in the hole, so the only double play chance they have is going second to first. Now, with that being said, the third baseman is, and I don't remember what the roll was for the error check. I think I picked the dice up too fast because there was supposed to have been an error on the throw. Third baseman error rating, Van Kelly's a 7. So I'll roll and see if there's an error. It's no error on Kelly. So we're going to check for a double play. He's a 2. They're halfway, it makes it a 3. The pivot at second is a -1, so it drops it back to a 2. 1 to 2, it's a double play. It's a 4, cannot do it. But 4 will beat out Fisher, so they will get the force play 5-4. Woodward goes to third base, and Tolan reaches on the fielder's choice. So runners are now at the corners with 2 outs. Tolan does have an attempt of 4, but nothing's happening. So runners on the corners, 2 outs for Alex Johnson. 6-4, strikeout chance. 19 is too much. Go to Johnson. 5-4, and he's going to ground it to third. That's going to end the inning. So a little bit of trouble for Niekro, but he pitches out of it. We go to the bottom of the third, and it's still 1-0 in favor of the Cincinnati Reds. Chris Canizero, the catcher, leads off. 1-4, potential error on a ground ball. 5-4 is a star 6, which is a fly to center, so no error to worry about. 1 away. Brings up the pitcher, Joe Niekro, a 125 hitter. Fisher, 5-5, range play, so that might help Niekro out a bit. 3-3 is a fly to right field. Range of the right fielder, that belongs to Pete Rose. He's a 3. 3 or less, he gets to this. And he does, so Pete hauls it in. 2 down for Jose Arcia. Fisher 1-1, walk plus against the lefty, but he's a righty, so it's treated as a blank. Go to Arcia, 6-3, and that is a ground ball to short to end the inning. So inning's over. We go to the 4th, still 1-0 Cincinnati. And before I forget, I do want to mention something that I was asked in the comments. Somebody had asked where these score sheets come from. Well, it comes from Baseball Sim Research. What the best way I know to find it is just Google Ronbo Baseball. That's R-O-N-B-O. Ronbo short for Ron Bernier, I think. So Ron Bow baseball. So if you were to Google Ron Bow baseball, I think you will find it fairly easily. And then you just go to the year. He has all the score sheets pre-filled in for each of the different seasons. You just, like for this one, I just went to 69. Find the date I want and print. So pretty standard there, but that's where you find them. I knew somebody had asked me that earlier and I forgot to mention it, so at the start of the game, so I thought I'd mention it now. And of course, now that I moved the score sheet, now I need to make sure that, I didn't mess up. Yeah, it looks like everything's back where it belongs. Okay, top of the fourth, Perez, the batter. Niekro, 4-6, home run, question mark, 1 to 10, it passes, but that's a 20. And that was big because Perez would have had an automatic home run otherwise. But it fails the home run check. Perez, 6-2, star 3 is a fly to center. 1 down, so Niekro avoids that one. Here's Johnny Bench. 3-4, that's a strikeout chance. 11 is too much. Go to Bench. 3-4. 3-4 is a star 2, which is a ground ball to short. So far, Niekro is holding his own against this prolific Cincinnati offense. Here's Lee May. 1-3, ballpark card going back to San Diego Stadium. 6-6 is a star 5, which is a fly to left. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for Niekro. We go to the bottom of the fourth, still 1-0 Cincinnati. And Roberto Pena, the shortstop, will lead things off for the Padres. 2-6, blank on Fisher. Pena 5-4. And that's a simple ground ball right back to Fisher. Easy play. 1 down for Ollie Brown. 6-1, nothing. Ollie Brown, 3-6, star 3, ground ball to first. So, thought I had shaky pitchers out here, but the pitchers have been ruling so far. Here's Nate Colbert. He doubled his first time. 6-3. We're going to San Diego Stadium. 4-5, and that's a question mark 9. That's a 13. That's a home run right there. Home run 13, and he has a 20. So there's no way that's going to be taken away from him because he's got a 20. So Nate Colbert strikes again. First one a double. Now this one's a solo shot, and we are tied at a run apiece. So Nate Colbert goes deep. Nate Colbert. He goes deep. We are tied at 1. Here's Van Kelly. Fisher 1-3, strikeout chance 19, too much. Kelly 5-6 is going to ground to third, and Perez will make the play. Let the Padres tie the game on the Nate Colbert home run. We've had 2 solo homers. That's been it. Go to the 5th, tied at 1. Tommy Helms, the batter. Bottom of the order for the Reds. Helms, Woodward, and Fisher. 3-1, blank on Niekro. The white die, what happened to that? I want to re-roll because that white die didn't come through like it should have. That time it did. 1-5, ground ball to short. That's going to be 1 away. I just thought when that didn't go through like that, I should re-roll the whole thing. I just didn't see any purpose in trying to recreate something. So 1-5 is a blank. We go to Woodward. 4-6, that's a single. Single to center field for Woodward. His attempt is a 1, so see if he gets any kind of a jump. He does not. That'll bring up Fisher. Now with 1 out already, I think they're going to have Fisher swing away. 5-4 is a blank. We go to Fisher's card. 3-4, and 3-4 is a ground ball to second. Could be a double play. He's a 2, turns into a 3, but the pivot at short is a -1, so it's a 2. 1-2 is a double play. It's a 2. They got him. Double play. So they turn it, and that's going to be a 4-6-3 double play to end the inning. So we go to the bottom of the 5th, still tied at 1. Fisher can face 25 batters. He's, at this point, has faced only 14, so he's well within his range to go a little bit further. Niekro can also face 25. He has faced 18. Morales, 4-5, and that is a split chance. Single for a lefty, strikeout for a righty. He is right-handed. but that's a 17 too high. So Morales gets the swing. 1-4. He's going to pop it to short, and there's one away. And that brings up Cito Gaston, center fielder. 6-3. Ballpark card going back to San Diego Stadium. 5-2. It's a fly to center field. That's out number 2. And that's going to send us to Canizero. Fisher, 1-5 is a range play. Canizero, 2-2. Against a right-hander, he's going to fly to right. Lefty, he would have doubled, but this is against a righty, so he flies to right. Ends the inning. We go to the 6th. Still 1-1. Did not expect a pitching duel. I thought we'd get some runs in this game, but so far the pitchers have been pretty much on their game. Here's Niekro to Pete Rose. 4-3 is a blank. We go to Rose. 6-1, star 2. That's a ground ball to short. Pete Rose is 0 for 3. There's Bobby Tolan. Niekro, 3-1 is a blank. We go to Tolan. 4-6. That is a ground ball to first. Easy play for Colbert. Takes it to the bag himself. Here is Alex Johnson. 3-3 is a potential walk, but 18 is way too high for that. Johnson swings. Ground balls to short. And Niekro is doing very well, thank you very much, versus the Cincinnati lineup. Holding them to 1 run through 6 innings, to me, is almost astounding. And he will go ahead and get the privilege of still hitting. 6-3, ballpark card going to San Diego Stadium. That is a 3-6. He's going to ground it to first. 1 away. I don't know why what's in here, why the white die is having some troubles getting through. I don't know why. But anyway, here's Arcia. 1-5, range play. We go to Arcia's card for a range check. 4-1, ground ball to third. We're checking the range of Tony Perez. He is a 3. And he gets it. So Tony Perez makes the play. 2 down for Roberto Pena. 4-5. And again, that split chance. He is a righty, so that's a strikeout. But 14's too much, so Pena gets to swing. 2-1, ground ball to third. Perez makes the play again. Inning's over. We go to the 7th inning. Still tied at a run apiece. Still tied at a run apiece. Swiftly moving game, only about 22 minutes in. And that was with introductions. So we're doing pretty good here so far. Knock on wood. Here's Perez against Niekro. 6-4, that's a strikeout chance. 18 too much. Go to Perez, 6-6. He's going to line it to third. 1 away as Van Kelly puts it away. 1 down for Johnny Bench. He homered for the only Reds run so far. 5-3, strikeout chance. 19's too much. Bench gets to swing. 4-6, that's a question mark 7. Against a right-hander, it goes up to 8. That's a 1. That'll be a single for Johnny Bench. So a 1-out single. He has an attempt of 2. That's a 20, so there's a chance of a pickoff or a pickoff error. Nothing happening. So he gets back, no error on the play. And that will send us to Lee May. 2-6, possible error on the ground ball. 5-4, that's a fly to left field. Would have been a homer against a lefty, but against a righty, it's just a fly to left. So that's 2 down. And that brings up Tommy Helms. Roll for Strat, nothing happening. Niekro, 3-4. Strikeout chance, 18's too high. Go to Helms, 3-2, pops it up to second. Inning's over. So Niekro has gone 7 innings and only given up 1 run. He has now faced 25 batters, so he's right at his limit. Next batter, if he starts the 8th, he'll be tired. So we'll see how that plays out. He is not set to bat this inning, so I think they're going to have, I don't see why you wouldn't bring him back out for the 8th. Just to give him a chance. Fisher has faced 20 batters, so he still can face 5 more before he's tired. Here's Ollie Brown. 1-1 blank, no walk plus because you got to be a lefty for that. Brown, 4-6, grounds to third, 1 away. But now here comes Colbert. He's 2 for 2. He's doubled and homered. So Fisher has to figure out a way to get by Nate Colbert rather. 6-2, no pitch. Try again. 2-4, strikeout chance. This time he got him. This time Colbert is out of there. And it brings up Van Kelly. 5-6. Would be a strikeout against a righty, but Kelly's a lefty, so skip that. Go to Kelly, 6-1. Single past second, so Van Kelly a 2-out single. He has no attempt rating. Roll for Strat for possible pickoff. There's no 20, so there's no pickoff. Here's Morales. 6-4, blank on Fisher. We go to Morales' card to finish the at-bat. 5-3, he's going to fly to right field, and that's going to end the inning. So we go to the 8th, still tied at a run apiece. 2 solo homers have been each offense have been able to muster. And with Fisher batting second this inning, they're going to go ahead and lift Fisher for a pinch hitter. And they will bring in, let's see who they want to use here. With the September call-ups, they do have a lot of players on the bench. Looks like they're going to go to, well, let's see. It depends on what Woodward does. If Woodward reaches, they may go to somebody different. So Niekro is going to stay in there, get a chance, see what he can do. He is tired, so anything in parentheses, these 2 spots here, he is subject to the fatigue check. 2-4. 2-4, however, is a hit by pitch. He's a 5. He's a -10, so no hit by pitch. Woodward, 5-2, flies to right field, 1 away. And now with the first out being made, let's see who they're going to go to now. They may want to save their better pinch hitter for later. Jimmy Stewart, he's probably their better pinch hitter. So they're going to save him for later. And in the meantime, they will go to Chico Ruiz. So Chico Ruiz will be the leadoff man, or not the leadoff man, but the pinch hitter. Chico Ruiz. And they'll figure out the bullpen in the bottom half. But Chico Ruiz pinch hitting. In 196 at-bats, he hit 245. Niekro still tired, don't forget. 6-4, and that means it's a potential walk. That turns from potential strikeout to a potential walk. But for him, 14 is too much, so there won't be a walk. There would not have been a strikeout either. So this is a blank either way now. So here is Ruiz to swing on the house, 4-5. He's going to single past the shortstop. So Chico Ruiz, a pinch hit single. He's got an attempt of 2. And he gets the 2, so he'll try to steal. He's a 13, but Niekro's a -4 hold rating, drops him to a 9. Canizaro's a -1, drops him to an 8. So do they want to try to steal? That would be a less than 50-50 proposition. 1-8, so I think they're going to hold him there. This is not like Strat, where if you get the jump, you have to go. You can base it on the results. So they will hold him at first base. Padre bullpen is now in full force. Bobby Tolan, a lefty, is coming up. So I believe they're going to let Niekro pitch to 1 more batter, and then the left-hander will be coming on, Billy McCool. So they're going to let Niekro pitch to Pete Rose with 1 out and a runner at first. Figure he's earned it. It's gone this far. He's probably earned it. 4-6 is a home run question mark. He's a switch hitter batting left. 1-18. It does not pass. That's a 20. So Rose will not get the chance for the home run because it did not pass. So Rose does get the swing though. 4-4, and he singles to center field. So that's going to be it for Niekro. Let's see what they do as far as runner advancement. Single to center. Go from first to third. You lose 1 on your base running rating. And I put Ruiz away. His run rating is a 4. So that drops him to a 3. Cito Gaston is a -2 arm, drops him to a 1. So they're going to, well, they'll go ahead and try it. But a 6, somebody's out. 5, he's got to hold. So he couldn't make it. Ruiz has to stop at second base. But that's going to be it for Joe Niekro. He will leave. He goes 7 1/3. So far has only given up 1 run. So Padres could not have asked for anything more out of Joe Niekro than what they've gotten. So he gets a round of applause from the San Diego Stadium crowd, and Billy McCool, the lefty, will be coming on to face the left-hander Bobby Tolan. So Billy McCool is on. Lefty against lefty. There is a runner on first and second, so we will be looking at a potential Strat roll here for a pickoff. But there's no 20, so nothing to worry about there. Infield halfway, here's Bobby Tolan. 2-6, strikeout plus against the lefty, and he got him. So the strategy to bring the lefty paid dividends big time, and he struck him out. Now the question is, now you got Alex Johnson coming in, so I think that's going to be all for McCool. He was in there for one batter and one batter only, and he got the job done. So he took care of business. And now let's see how they want to play this. I think we're going to have a double switch, actually. So McCool goes the 1/3 of an inning and strikes out the only batter he faces. But with Alex Johnson coming up, they're going to bring in the right-hander Tommy Sisk. But he's got long relief, and the pitcher is set to bat third in the next inning. So they're going to double switch here. And let's see, the person that made the last out was Morales, and they also had Van Kelly. So let's see who they might want to turn to as a double switch move. You got somebody else to play third base. I'm sure there's somebody else out there to play third base. Or they got another left fielder, Al Ferrara. They're going to bring in Al Ferrara to play left field, and they're going to remove Morales from the game. So Ferrara will come in and bat ninth on the double switch. He is now in left field. He's a 1, a 10, and a 1, so not very good. Whereas Morales was a 3, 0, and a -1. He's a 1, 10, and a 1, but what are you going to do? And then Sisk, Tommy Sisk, the pitcher, will bat in the 6th position. And he's a 4, 0. All right, so Ferrara will bat in the 9th position, and Sisk will bat 6th. And the batter is Alex Johnson, 2 outs and 2 on here in the top of the 8th, tied at a run apiece. He has no strategy role, so we're going to skip that and go straight to the at-bat. 1-3, possible error on a throw. Johnson, 4-6. Star 1 is a ground ball to second, and that will be an error on the throw because Arcia is an 8. That's a 2, so it will be an error. The range of the first baseman, Colbert, is a 2. We got to roll a 2 or less, or it looks like the run can potentially score on this. It's a 5, so he can't get to it now. Let's check the runners. Can the runner, Chico Ruiz is the lead runner. Chico Ruiz checks in with his run rating as a 4. So if this is a 4 or better, 4 or less rather, he will score. It's a 5, so I don't think he can score on that. I think with the throwing error, let me double check it with the throwing error. Let's double check the throwing error here. Throwing error on a ground ball, failed error throw on a ground ball says 2 question marks. Throwing error with potential for advancing another base on a bad throw. Roll 1d6, check against the range of the throw receiver, which we did, and he failed. Okay. Go to step 2. Roll 1d6, check against the all runner, including hitter, base running rating. If less than or equal to the runner, hitter gets an extra base. If higher, they stay there. They must be able to move up. So since it wasn't higher, he's got to stop. He's got to stop at third base. Chico Ruiz stops at third base because the BR rating was not higher. So it is going, even though it's a throwing error, it's only going to be a 1 base error, and that was on. The error was on Arcia, so it's E4. The bases are now loaded with 2 down, and I hope I did that correctly. I was trying to read it by the rules. So it's an error, which means the batter's safe, but nobody else can get the extra base because the lead runner, Ruiz, did not get the role he needed. So that brings up Tony Perez, bases loaded and 2 outs. Still tied at 1. 2-2 is a range play. Infield isn't normal depth because there are 2 outs. Perez, 4-4 is a fly to right, so we're checking the range of the right fielder, and that is Ollie Brown. He's a 5. So unless this is a 6, the inning is over. Whew, he just got it. Boy, I was getting ready to flip to a 6. But Ollie Brown makes the catch, and the Padres get out of it. We go to the bottom of the 8th, still tied at 1. And again, I hope I did that correctly. I think I did. I was trying to follow the rules as best I could. All right, so the new pitcher now for the Reds needs to come in because they pinch hit for the starter. So let's see. We got Gaston, and we've got Canizero and Ferrara, bunch of righties. So they're going to go to a righty out themselves out of the pen. And let's see who that's going to be. Looks like they go to the somewhat dependable Clay Carroll. Clay Carroll will be coming on. Clay Carroll, as Fisher goes 7 and allows only the 1 run. So Clay Carroll is in with his 7 saves on the season. Of course, he's just trying to hold the fort right now. Tied at 1, bottom of the 8th, Cito Gaston. 1-4, that's a walk chance, and 2 will be a base on ball. So leadoff walk to Gaston, not what Clay Carroll wanted. Gaston has an attempt of 2, -1 is a 1. Nothing happening. But we will roll the, let's see, we already did that for that. So let's see here, Canizero. He's actually a pretty decent bunter at a 4, so they're going to try to bunt. So what Carroll does, 4-1 is potential walk. 16 is too much, so we get the straight bunt for Canizero. He's a 4, he becomes a 3. And that is a 1, so that's definitely a good bunt. The 3 represents the first baseman, so it's a sacrifice hit. And Lee May will just tag him unassisted. And that'll move Cito Gaston up to second base as the go-ahead run for Al Ferrara, who came in on the double switch. He is the new left fielder. Carroll, roll strategy to check for a pickoff. Nothing happening. Carroll to Ferrara. 6-5, blank on Carroll. We go to Ferrara. 1-6, a single pass or single to center field. So how about that? Ferrara comes in, gets a big base hit. Single to center to score from second. You add 2 to the base running rating. And let's see, Gaston's a 3, makes him a 5. Center fielder arm, Tolan's a -1, makes him a 4. They got to send him. 1-4 on the red die, and he will score. 5, he's got to hold. 6, somebody's out. That's a 3, he scores. So Cito Gaston races across the plate. Al Ferrara with an RBI single off of Clay Carroll. The Padres lead it 2-1 here in the bottom of the 8th. Ferrara has no attempt, so he will hold. Check for the possible pickoff. Nothing happening. Here's Arcia, infield halfway. 2-3, hit by the pitch. 4 + 8 is a 12. That's a 10, so he hits him. Probably Clay Carroll probably got a little bit flustered there and actually ended up hitting him. And let's see, will Clay Carroll continue? Well, Pena's a righty. Carroll can face 11. They're going to let him continue, I think. So first and second, roll for the pickoff, and nothing's happening. Carroll, 4-2. 4-2, strikeout plus against a right-hander, so that got him. So he comes back to strike out Pena for out number 2, but he's still got to deal with downtown Ollie Brown, although Brown is 0 for 3. But San Diego's asking, what can Brown do for them? Carroll, 5-3, goes to the ballpark card. Let's see what Brown gets at the stadium. 3-6, he's going to ground it to first. And Lee May puts it away, but the Padres get a big run there in the 8th on the RBI single by Al Ferrara. And so that move to make the double switch is making the San Diego manager look pretty smart, even though he's not. So we got the lead, and now it's a matter, do you let Tommy Sisk finish the game, or do they have any other kind of closer out there? Let's see, Sisk had 6 saves. McCool had 7. He's already pitched. So yeah, that's the best they got. They're going to stick with Tommy Sisk. He's only faced 2 batters, so he's definitely good to go. He'll be facing Bench, May, and Helms here in the top of the 9th. Padres lead it 2-1, trying to put a monkey wrench into the Cincinnati Reds division playoff hopes. The Giants are looking on, smiling from ear to ear. Here's Sisk to Bench, 1-6 blank. Will there be 9th inning magic, as someone named RJL518 always says? Bench, 6-1, ground ball to second against a right-hander. It's a ground out. So there's 1 away. And here is Lee May. Reds down to the last 2 outs. Sisk, 1-1, strikeout chance, but 19's too much. We go to Lee May. He's got power, but can't get a home run this way, I don't believe. 4-2, he's going to line it to short. Hit it hard, but right at Pena. And Tommy Helms, the last chance for the Reds. Do they let him swing away? I think they will, because the bench players, the only one they could bring in from the bench, I do believe, is Jimmy Stewart, who has 253, so Helms hits better than he does. So either way, I think they're stuck with Helms. So Helms is up there. He's trying to get on base against Tommy Sisk. 1-4 strikeout chance. That's a 9 too high, so Helms gets the swing. 6-5 ground ball to third. Ball game is over, and the Padres have upset the Cincinnati Reds 2-1 as they do a complete reversal on the real life game. 2-1 victory for the Padres. Player of the game, without a shadow of a doubt, is the knuckleballer Joe Niekro. He baffles the Reds with that knuckleball, only giving up 1 run in 7+ innings. Only run he gave up was a home run to Johnny Bench. Other than that, he was in complete control. And the Padres upset the Reds, and the Giants are having a party in San Francisco because of it. So Joe Niekro, the man, he is the man. Mr. Niekro, he is the man, as he took care of the Reds in fine fashion. And now we will get ready for the ticker. Once I get Tommy Sisk card out of the way. All right. Let's bring Niekro out. Okay, ticker time. Ticker time. And the start of the ticker. Well, first we'll write in the very surprising results. San Diego wins it 2-1 over the Reds, and that will drop the Reds now to 82-66. So they now will be at 66. 82-66. They're now 3 games back, depending on what San Francisco does in this ticker. So the first game on the schedule, however, is the Mets and the Expos. Cubs are off today, so the Mets will get a game to try to catch up on the Cubs. If they win, they'll be back into a first-place tie with the Cubs. All they have to do is beat lowly Expos up at Jerry Park. Can they do it? Finish the shuffling, we'll flip it, and we'll cut. And for the Mets to win, they need a 2 through 8. It's a 10. They lose 4-1 to the Expos. Wow, tough break there for the Mets. Mets are now 88-60, and they drop a full game back. They're same in the loss column, but they're two wins short in the win column. Of course, they have some doubleheaders coming up, so they'll make up some of those games. But right now, they are a game back. Rough outing there. All right, Atlanta trying to hang on against the Dodgers 3 through 7. It's an 11. They lose, so Dodgers 7-2 victory over the Braves. Braves now have hit their 70th loss, and the Dodgers now with 82 wins have tied. They're actually an exact tie with Cincinnati. Both of them are 82-66. Both 3 games back right now. Well, let's see here. 3 games back. Yeah, the Dodgers win, so they jump up. So they're 3 games back. In the last game in the, let's do, really St. Louis and Pittsburgh didn't need to be done because they're both out of it, so I really didn't need to have them in there. Houston and San Fran, though, Houston through 6 or an 11. That's a 7, so Houston gets the win, and they beat San Francisco 8-2. So that does help the other teams in the division. As San Francisco takes the loss, they go to 64 losses. So now, 2.5 and 2.5. Cincinnati and Los Angeles are tied at 2.5 games back. 2 in the loss column, but 2.5 overall. Braves are 5.5 back, but 6 back in the loss column. And the Cubs have a 1-game lead on the Mets. So that's the ticker for today. And that completes this game right here. Joe Niekro, the star of the game. Next game on the schedule, it's going to be Atlanta and LA. As Atlanta, if they don't start winning, they're going to be taken off this list as well. They have Joe's brother Phil going in that game against Don Sutton. So 2 Hall of Famers that recently passed away last year. Or it might have been early this year, I don't remember. I think Sutton might have been 21. Niekro was last year, I believe. But matchup of Hall of Famers in that one. Then the game after that, St. Louis and the Cubs, Gibson and Holtzman. So got a couple of good matchups coming up. Wanted to show San Diego, and now I'm glad I did because the Padres came through. Joe Niekro, we would have missed that had I picked another game. The Reds probably are wishing they would have picked another game because they probably would have won it on the ticker. But they didn't win it head-to-head, and that's what counts. Joe Niekro, the MVP of that game, taking care of business. Nate Colbert providing a lot of the offense with a double and a home run. But it was Joe Niekro's pitching that really ruled the day. And the Padres defeat the Reds 2-1. So I hope you enjoyed that presentation of the 1969 National League pennant chase. And again, the next game on the schedule will be Atlanta at Los Angeles. Phil Niekro against Don Sutton. Until next time, hope you enjoy playing whatever game you choose to play, however you choose to play it. And I will see you all down the road.